Oh, aren't you all decked out for a simple little dinner date?
Somehow I don't think that was a compliment.
Alicia. What are you going to do when Glazer tries to put that ring on your finger?
Well, I thought I should act surprised.
Why doesn't that make me feel better?
Because you have a suspicious mind.
Well, I think you're here awfully early. I mean, just for a run-of-the-mill date.
What is it, Wally? You want my whole itinerary? Okay, you got it. First, I plan to go to Donna and Michael's house.
Wait. I thought you said that John was coming home tomorrow.
Yeah, he is. That's why it's their last evening together alone.
And you're going to go visit them?
No, I'm going to take them a bottle of champagne. I'm trying to make the evening a little special for them.
Yeah, like Dr. Glazer wants to make it special
Oh, would
for
you stop it? I am a big girl.
Don't you know that the bigger they are, the harder they fall?
Alan is only taking me to dinner. Even if he gives me a ring doesn't mean I'm going to take the first flight to Las Vegas.
Well, Mitch doesn't think you should be seeing Dr. Glazer at all.
Well, in that case, I can't think of a better reason to go through with it. Can you?
Alicia.
No, you...
Oh, tonight, Mrs. Hudson, you are mine and mine.
Yeah? No phone calls, no interruptions.
I thought maybe we'd have ourselves a little continental dinner here, and maybe some classical music, and maybe some contemporary lovemaking. Huh?
Oh, use that time wisely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Ah, Bridget. You seem to have dropped something there.
I didn't know anybody was home. Well, neither did we. I thought tonight was your night off.
Oh.
Well, no, I couldn't take the night off. You see, I've got to fix the room for Mr. John. I mean, he's coming here tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Mr. John will really appreciate all this, huh?
Well, I fixed the room 2 doors down, you see, because I knew that you'd want him close to you. Hi. What are you all dressed up for?
Say hello to Charlie.
We got a lead on the killer.
I think he keeps a boat down at the base of the yacht club. So for tonight, I'm Charlie the boat repairman.
I suppose you already got a list of the members?
Yeah, all 50 of them.
Based on John's description, the harbor master came up with 3 names.
Was there anybody we know?
No, but I'm willing to bet that one of them's our boy.
Well, so let's set up some meetings.
Already did. Charlie called them. Told them their boats had been in an accident. They all seemed very eager to come down and take a look at the damage.
What do you mean?
Tonight, 10 minutes apart. But this time we're going to get him in, Jay.
Unless he's on to you again.
Oh, this boat is important to him. He needs it to come kidnap his beloved. He'll come down and take a look at the damage, all right. It's going to be his fatal mistake. Because we're going to be there, waiting for him.
I'll be back for you, my precious. I just have to see that my yacht is ready for us. Oh, don't worry, no. If anything's wrong, I'll make other plans for our honeymoon. We'll finally be together, and no one can prevent that. Not your Aunt Felicia, not Jamie Frame. We're finally going to be together, and you'll be all mine.
Do you remember where you were when you got that impression about Felicia?
Out with Jamie.
Right. You were at ease, your mind was clear and receptive. If it hadn't been for that, Felicia might be dead right now.
All right, I'll go home. Maybe it'll happen again.
And you'll get some rest?
Maybe I'll get a perception about the woman who the killer's in love with.
If you do that, you know how to reach me.
Good luck.
This is Corey. Got the SWAT team in place down at the yacht club? All right, stand by. I'm on my way.
What's all that stuff?
It's fishing gear. I want you to put it on. I want you and Val to be my backup on this thing. Now, look, you two don't get too close. I don't want you to scare him off.
You really think the stalker's going to show up?
You bet I do. But I'm counting on one thing. I'm smarter than he is.
Look, not another word about Mitch Blake, all right?
I'm not the one that keeps bringing him out.
Who does he think he is,
Well,
anyway?
you certainly don't care.
Boy, that's for sure.
Oh, isn't that what I just said?
I mean, the nerve of this guy, telling me who I can and cannot go out with.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to talk about Mitch at
You know,
all.
you'd think that he had made me some kind of offer that I couldn't refuse.
Alicia, you're right. I mean, what does this man have to offer anybody?
Friendship? I mean, doesn't that word just set you on fire? Oh, hi.
Hi. I don't know. I think friendship's pretty terrific.
I was speaking about friendship of certain individuals of the opposite sex. For those individuals, the whole concept is totally impossible.
Man troubles?
I don't know. She just changes her mind as often as she changes her clothes.
Would you like to be the maitre d' here, or maybe we could serve you up on rice as a brochette?
I think I probably have customers.
I take it I missed something.
Count your blessings.
Okay. Is Lisa back yet?
No. She's still down at that police station.
Police, she's spending far too
I
much
know.
time down there.
I know. I'm starting to really get worried about her. She's pushing herself so hard, and I know that it's tearing her apart.
Tonight, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make sure she gets her mind off of it.
Jamie, you don't think that she might be putting herself in danger? I mean, this stalker could really come after her. I mean, she is helping the police in this case.
Alicia, nobody's going to hurt her. I promise you that.
Lisa is the daughter that I never had. She means absolutely everything to me.
No. Me too.
I had to move things around, you know, in Miss Victoria's room. We want Mr. John to be comfortable, you know. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's just fine.
Yes, of course, just fine.
And then, of course, I took a few odds and ends out. I mean, we didn't want him to be bumping into anything, did we?
No.
And then I got this little bell, and I put it right by the bed. See, all he has to do in the middle of the night is he picks it up and he rings it, and we'll all come running.
That's terrific, Bridget.
Oh, and the nurse, you know, the ad you put in the paper?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I took all the numbers, and I've got them right here. Let's see.
Sure.
No, I don't think that's the one. Let me see. I think this is the one. That's it. Here it is.
Now,
There we go.
you did tell him that this was not a permanent job. John's eyesight was going to return, right?
Oh, of course I did, right? Yes.
Great.
Where? Oh, I guess I better go finish Mr. John's room then, eh? Oh, excuse me.
Thank you, Bridget.
Oh, honey, I've been thinking about what you said, about how important the family is to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just want all the Hudsons to be a real family.
I know how much you want John to stay here, especially now. But if he really wants to leave, are you willing to let him go?
Donna, all John's going to take is a little bit of convincing, that's all.
Mm-hmm. But what if he wants to leave, Michael? Are you going to force him to stay here forever?
John needs his family.
I know that, but it's going to take him realizing that for himself.
I think he will.
Michael, honey, he has been gone for 20 years, and you were the one that said that he didn't want to be found.
I know, but he had a reason, honey. And he hasn't told me what it is, not yet. But I'll find out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just don't want you to be too optimistic.
Hey, you gotta learn to keep the faith, baby, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think your problem is, Mr. H?
Pray tell, Mrs. H, what?
Mm-hmm. I think you just don't know when to throw in the towel.
Well, my motto is keep hanging on.
Mm-hmm. I knew there was some reason I was so crazy about you.
Well, while we're on that subject.
Yes? Oh. Oh, over here, over on this side. Please. Oh, now let me get you.
Oh, dear. Bridget told me to come right on in.
Is there a bus tour here? or something?
Felicia, my goodness, what a surprise.
Anyone else with you?
Were you expecting someone?
No.
Well, listen, how about something that you can toast to the future with, like so?
Champagne?
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you. Well, I guess you need to get us some glasses.
Oh, no. This is for the two of you. I am now history. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Good.
Mr. Michael, that nurse, the one you talked to this morning, she's downstairs.
Now?
Yes, she said you told her to come, she said. Oh, she's very eager.
Don't go away. This will not take long at all.
It better not. Well, I'm not sure. You see, Mr. Michael, I mean, she seems a bit aggressive. You know, she said she was a whack.
Oh, whack.
Yeah.
Terrific. She and John should get along just fine.
Come on.
Go.
Let's go.
Okay. Tell me everything.
John's going to be sleeping 2 doors away from me.
Is Felicia serious about Dr. Glazer?
Bite your tongue.
Don't like him, do you?
Jamie, there's just something about the guy. I can't put my finger on it.
Well, Felicia seems to enjoy his company.
No, she's just letting him run interference. Problem is, he doesn't realize it yet.
I don't think Felicia would lead someone on, do you?
Oh, no, not on purpose. I'm sure she doesn't even realize she's doing it. But believe you me, Dr. Glazer is deluding himself about their relationship.
Well, maybe Felicia likes him more than you think.
Felicia is crazy about Mitch. And Mitch is crazy about Felicia. As far as I'm concerned, they're both just plain crazy.
Love can do that.
I don't know why they don't just fall into each other's arms, instead of locking horns all the time like it's some kind of a game. I mean, why can't people just relax and admit that they care for each other?
Oh, I wish it were that easy, my friend.
Hi, Wally.
Hi.
Hi.
I hope you are ready for a sumptuous dinner.
I'm not really that hungry, Jamie.
What happened? Something happened.
I think Adam's going to catch the killer.
When?
Now, tonight. He's got it narrowed down to 3 men, and he's sure one of them is the killer.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I know, I should be happy.
But you're bothered by something.
I keep getting this impression.
Another attack?
No! It's the woman. The killer really thinks he's in love with her, and he's going to take her away.
Can you describe her?
No, I can't see her. All I know is he calls her my precious.
Well, what's the matter?
Nothing, it's just... My mother used to call me that. Kind of got to me.
Then we'll just have to get your mind off of it. Okay? Come here.
Thought if I came up here, I might relax and be able to make sense of all of this.
Well, why don't you let me try and help you?
How?
Just follow doctor's orders. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
First, put your hand in mine.
What are we doing?
I never questioned the physician. Next, put your other hand on my shoulder. You are such a model student, Lisa Grady.
Is this your way of asking me to dance?
I swear you must be psychic.
I don't think it's a really good idea.
Doctors know best. I put everything else out of your mind, except you and me.
Who's there? Donald Miller. You called about my boat. Oh, yeah. Mr. Miller. Listen, I'm sorry about all this. Thing is, we had these teenage boys. They got in this fishing boat, and they came by, and they skimmed the side of your yacht. And I went over, and I took a look at the damage. It wasn't real bad, just a few scrape marks and the like. Yeah, well, that's a relief. You must
must have had some kind of party on that boat, eh, Mr. Miller?
What are you talking about?
Well, the deck was really a mess. I mean, it was full of candy bar wrappers and then kids' toys and...
Stand by to move in.
That's impossible. I've been out of the country.
You prove that, Mr. Miller?
Why should I? Hey, what is this?
I'm afraid you're going to have to come in. We're going to ask some questions. Val?
What do you think?
I don't think it's worth taking him in. Check out his story about him being out of the country. Start you boys back in position. 1 down. 2 to go.
Hey, Charlie! Over here!
Where are you?
Come over to me. I can't come to you. Over here, Charlie.
You're Mr...
San Angelo. What's this about my yacht?
How long you been in that chair, Mr. San Angelo?
A long time. Now, what about my boat?
Your boat's just fine. Bay City Police Department. This officer here is going to take you back to your car and ask you a few questions. I don't think that's our boy.
Adam, that wheelchair could just be a cover.
Yeah, well, Val's going to check it out, I'm sure, but I just got a feeling. Well, who knows? Maybe we're saving the best for last. Greenwell should have shown up by now.
Adam, if he is the killer, there's a good chance he's onto you. He does know your voice.
Well, he knows me. Maybe that'll make him get back into this game. If there's one thing I know about this killer, it's that he loves a challenge.
Where are you going?
Take a look around this dock. This killer is going to show up here. I know it.
Why are you so afraid of telling Michael the truth now?
Because it'll change things. I'm just so afraid that Michael won't feel the same way about
Honey,
me.
I think you're selling Michael short on this.
No. No, I can't tell him the truth about what John and I did because I am so afraid that he'll never love me again.
Now, listen to me. You and Michael stood by each other through all that has happened. That's made you strong. Now, if you could just hold on to that, you see your love isn't a lie.
Oh, isn't it?
You will find the right time. You will work all of this out. You will.
No. No, not while John is in this house. I mean, how long do you think I can keep this secret?
I think you're placing an unbelievably tough burden on yourself right now.
Lisa, Michael is my whole life. And he believes in me. I don't want to ruin that.
And I won't. You're forgetting one thing. Michael loves you. Now, if you could just concentrate on that love and you could just hold on to it and not let go of it.
I do. I love him so much. You do it.
And show him that. Love him. Hold him in your arms tonight and don't ever let go of him. This is the last night that you have together alone. So, honey, you make this special. You make this the most wonderful night of your life. Go right in there and you put something sexy on. I'll chill the champagne. And you make this a night that you've never had before. I can do that. Go on.
What's wrong?
Wedding dress. I keep seeing it. She doesn't know. Girl doesn't suspect anything. No.
Lisa.
No. Don't let him do this. He's crazy.
Hey, calm down.
You've got to get away from him. He'll hurt you.
It's okay. I'm right here. It's okay.
Run, don't let him touch you.
All right. It's okay.
No, he's going to take you away.
No, Lisa, listen. I'm right here. And I promise you we'll find her. Okay? We'll find her. I promise.
Is that you, Mr. Grunewald?
Identify yourself. Who are you? Freeze!
Now the next part of Another World.
It must have been Grunwald. He's the only one who didn't show up.
I knew he couldn't resist it. I knew it. Val, get on the radio. Call in, see if they got any luck on finding Grunwald's address from the answering service.
Something there under the lapel. What's it say?
Corey, very clever, but not clever enough. I told you the game was over. You better listen this time because you won't hear from me again.
It was him, all right. Look, in the tight loads. It was here. It was right here.
He must have set this entire thing up while you were talking to those other guys.
There's some light on this.
Adam, it looks like it was taken from a pad.
There's definitely some writing. There's definitely some writing above it, on the pages above it. Look.
Can you make anything out?
I need some more light on this. Didn't win. May have just given me the best clue I've got.
I saw this ring, and I almost dropped dead.
Dr. Blazer bought you a wedding ring?
I don't know who else he could have gotten it for. Anyway, he's taking me out to dinner tonight. Some little new restaurant, seafood place down by the docks. Says the lobster is fabulous. We'll see.
Alicia, you are not going to accept his proposal, are you?
Listen, you don't happen to have any candlesticks, do you? Never mind. See them. Okay. Oh, here we go. I think this is just the right romantic touch.
Mm-hmm. You are not answering my question.
You know what? Do you have any spray cologne?
Well, yes, it's down there on the vanity. What?
There we go. Great. All right. This? Nice. Good.
Well, wait a minute. What about that ring? What are you going to do?
Well, I have to admit, I wish it were Mitch's.
I knew it. I knew it.
But, you know, Alan is a very attractive man, and I'm flattered, of course.
Of course. But you're not in love with him, are you?
No. No, I'm not in love with him.
Donna, I hired the whack.
I hope you like Belgian chocolates.
Yeah.
Well, this is the part where the friend says goodnight.
You look beautiful.
I wish it could be like this always. I'm frightened for her.
Okay. Take it easy. We'll find her. Somehow, we'll find her.
He's so obsessed with her. Maybe he's been a failure with women.
Well, that makes sense. Maybe you should talk to Glazer.
No. I'm
Sure, I wouldn't be telling him anything he doesn't already know. Killer, it's like he's been saving himself for his whole life for this one girl.
Do you have any impressions about her at all? The color of her hair, the perfume she wears, anything?
No, nothing. Jamie, I've got to see her before he gets her.
Dr. Glazer? Don't tell me you have to cancel your date with Felicia.
No. Oh, no. I just wanted to make sure that Felicia's still planning to meet me at 8.
Oh. Well, I did try to interest her in a game of drop-dead poker, and she said she'd rather take her chances with a lobster.
Well, that's lucky for me.
Yes and no.
I beg your pardon?
I say don't keep Felicia waiting.
I wouldn't dream of it. By the way, how is Felicia's niece doing? She was quite upset the last time I saw her. I'm afraid her work with the police is quite a strain on her.
Lisa? She's fine. She's here right now with Jamie Frame.
Well, glad to hear that. Bye.
Jamie. Always Jamie.
Felicia's out of the way. Now all I have to do is dispose of Jamie Frame. Oh, don't worry. He won't stop us. Nobody is going to keep us from being together tonight.
See if you can make out any handwriting.
There's doodling, but it's covered by typing. Now, get this note over to the lab right away. You got it?
What I don't understand is how does this tie into the girl?
Right now, he's more interested in getting back into the game than he is even getting to her. It's making him very, very careless.
No, wait a minute. He said this whole thing was over.
No, not by a long shot. He can't resist the challenge. This game isn't over. I still get to him. It's going to be his downfall. And that note. That note could be the key.
Lisa. Are you all right?
I'm fine, Felicia.
You're as white as a sheet. Jamie, what's wrong with her?
Nothing's wrong.
She had another impression a while ago.
Do you want me to call Adam?
No. I've tried to concentrate on it, but I can't get a breakthrough. Something gets in the way.
You know what it is. You're working too hard. You're not sleeping. You're spending all your time down at that police station.
Felicia.
Oh, honey, thank you.
If I can help catch the killer, I've got to do it.
You're pretty terrific. You know that?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
You know, speaking of mouth, I'm sure you haven't eaten anything since breakfast, have you?
I'm not really hungry.
Mm-hmm. You will be. Stay put, both of you.
How's she doing?
I'm really worried about her. She's running herself down with this thing.
All she needs is some of the right medicine. And young Dr. Frame has that department all sewn up. I can see that.
They really are very sweet together, aren't they? Well, you know what? I planned one romantic interlude tonight. Why don't we make it 2?
Great. I'll have the chef whip up something really special.
Good. All right.
Oh, your date called.
Alan?
Oh, I wish I could say no.
He didn't cancel, did he?
No, not with that ring burning a hole in his pocket. He just wanted to make sure you were going to be there on time.
Of course I'm going to be on time. I'm ready and eager to face Dr. Glazer.
Yeah, what are you going to say to him?
Well, I could start with a very nice hello.
Why don't you start with a very nice go jump in the lake?
Here's to the good life. And here's to a new life.
Mm-hmm.
And here's to you.
Mm.
You know what?
What?
I hope you can live with all the Hudsons under one roof.
To a new life.
You should have seen the nurse I hired. Oh.
Why?
She's like a drill sergeant. I swear she really is. She's got what it takes. I think she and John are going to get along real well. But I'll tell you, John actually has a real gentle side. I think he's going to respond real well, though, to somebody that kind of talks tough.
John with a gentle side. I can't believe that.
It's true. John used to bring home every stray dog on the street that he found.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I bet you helped, huh?
Oh, yes, I helped. I was the shampoo detail. I love it.
Hey. Do you know how much I really love you?
Yeah.
I have something that I want to tell you. Michael, I have to tell you.
Hey. Tell you what. You've been through a lot, okay? It's been a real rough couple of weeks. So if this is difficult for you, if it hurts too much, whatever it is, just save it. We'll talk about it later, okay? It's been enough hurt for 1 week. All I want to think about right now, Dom, is my family. You. My brother, my mother, my daughters. But you. You're the most important. Hey. Oh, what's wrong?
Michael, it's not going to be just the two of us anymore.
Is that what's bothering you?
Well, yes. I mean, we haven't really had any time alone.
You're right. So, I think we ought to fix that. I think we've been through a lot lately, and I think it's time that we just took a little time for ourselves, Went off to someplace without anybody else.
Yeah, you promise?
Mm-hmm. I promise. Even if we got to go to the stables, all right?
I like that. Whenever we would go down there, I felt like we were the only two people in the world.
We can do that again. It'll be just our secret place.
No, sure. No, really, can we do it again? Do you think we can be together again like that? Yeah? Yeah, pretty good, I'll bet.
We already are, huh?
Well?
Cold feet.
No, of course I'm not. I'm looking very forward to this date. I just don't want to go too early. I don't want to seem over-anxious.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah. Besides, it's a little foggy out there, and I don't know, I just want to be standing on a dock waiting for Alan.
Alicia, would you try once more to explain to me so that I can understand why you're seeing Alan Gray?
Honey, I know what I'm doing.
Why do people always say that just before they're ready to make a colossal mistake?
Has Felicia Gallant ever made a colossal mistake?
Absolutely not, but Fanny Grady has made a few whoppers.
Would you trust me? Now, everything is going to be coming up roses right after my little trip to the docks.
Correct. So long as the little card in those roses doesn't say Mrs. Allen Glazer.
I don't know. Sort of has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Alicia. Only kidding. Who you calling?
I want to see if Alan wants me to meet him somewhere else. It's sort of damp and desolate down there.
Well, I rest my case.
Alan! Hi, it's Felicia.
Hi, I was just on my way out. We're still on,
Oh, yes, of course we are. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, so am I.
Look, I was just wondering, maybe we could meet somewhere else, you know? It's sort of creepy down there at the dock, don't you think?
Oh, but wait till you see this restaurant. It's an absolute gem. It's undiscovered.
Well, yeah, I can understand why.
Well, I mean, you know, it's not crowded. There's no waiting for table, and the best lobster Dijonnaise in the city.
Well, it sounds pretty wonderful.
Give him the buns, Rush, will you?
So I'll see you in just a few minutes, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, what a good aunt you are, Felicia. You've made it so easy for me to be. My precious one. My bride to be. One more hour, and then you'll be mine.
Val, you got anything on Miller?
His story checks out. He was in South America a month ago.
What about the dates of the other murders?
He has solid alibis.
Let him go. What about San Angelo?
He really is disabled. He's a Vietnam vet.
Well, that leaves us with Grunwald, or whatever his real name is.
What about the court order to get Grunwald's address?
They're rushing it through, Sarge.
You ought to have the lab results on that note by now.
Wait a minute, hold on. Yep, this is it. This is from the lab.
Is that about the note?
Nope, it's from about the ski mask. What do you know? Some of the fibers we found in the lighthouse match the mask that we found on the mannequin tonight.
Knew it.
So it was probably the same mask the killer used all along. Maybe he feels like he doesn't need it anymore.
Were they able to put a trace on the wool?
Yeah, it's Italian. It's sold here to a sporting goods company called Crestline.
Oh, right.
They've got 3 stores: Milwaukee, Terre Haute, and Rockford. Rockford, Illinois. Why does it sound so familiar?
It's close by. I know.
What? What is it, Adam?
Lisa's from
was brought to you by Spick and Span Pine. From the power of Spick and Span and the freshness of pine comes Spick and Span Pine. The pine with the power to clean faster.
I'm Tom Brokaw. At NBC Nightly News, we believe you should get the facts easily. We think you deserve to understand the day's events clearly. We have to earn your confidence by examining the issues fairly. That's why at NBC Nightly News, we cover the world with you in mind.
Join us each weekday for the continuing story of Another World.